In this video, we will be discussing about conversion rate. So before discussing about conversion rate, right? So we need to have the introduction about events, right? So in the previous video itself, we have discussed about how to create a event in Google Analytics. So once we have created an event, the same created event can be configured as an conversion event, right? Conversion, so event means simply it will collect the data, right? If it is a conversion event means it will calculate the conversion rate. Let's say you have a page view, you have created a page view event, right? So page view event, for page view event you have given the trigger condition as if the user scroll the particular page more than 80 percentage, then that event will be triggered. Okay, so now whenever the page loads, okay, the user should scroll more than 80 percentage, then the page view event you have configured. Okay, so in this case, the page view event, it will simply collect the total number of count, how many users are scrolling more than 80 percentage. If you are converting that event as a conversion, so it will calculate, right? It will calculate the conversion rate, right? So now how it will convey? The user conversion rate is the percentage of user converted. So it can be created or it can be calculated using the user who triggered any conversion event divided by total number of users. So in the example we have seen, so let's say 20 users are coming to your page. In that, only 5 users are scrolling more than 80 percentage. Now your event count will be 10, whereas the conversion rate will be 10 divided by 20. Okay, so total number of users is 20. Out of 20 users, only 10 users are scrolled more than 80 percentage. So likewise we will calculate the conversion rate, right? So now we will see how to configure this conversion rate in Google Analytics, right? So before that, we need a website to be hosted, right? So now let's say this is my website. Okay, this is my website. In this website, I have a button called register online, right? So now I am clicking this register online. So this is a form loads. Here the user will be giving the data, right? And then after giving the data, so the user may submit the form, right? So once the user submitted the form, so here the success page will be loaded, right? So this is the flow, right? So from the home page to form page, so if you click the button, it will load. Now what I am going to do, I am going to create an event for registered users. Okay, for registered users, and then the same created event I am going to make as a conversion. Okay, so which means that let's say 100 users are coming to my website, right? In that 100 users, only 50 users are registering. Okay, in that case 50 divided by 100 is my conversion rate, right? So now we will see how to configure it, right? So for that, now what I am going to do is I am going to capture this button click, right? I'm going to capture this button click, as well as I'm going to capture the form submit over there for using the event creation, right? So now I have created this button in my HTML code, and then I have given the ID for this button code. Let's see the code of that particular button, and then ID, view page source. So here you can see I have created a button called register online, and then here you can see the ID as button 1. Now what I am going to do, I am going to capture the button click based on this ID. Right? I am going to capture this button click based on this ID. Right? So that is what we are going to do. Right? So we will go to Google Tag Manager. So loading the Google Tag Manager. In this, the same procedure for creating an event. I am creating a new tag. In the new tag, the tag configuration and trigger configuration will be there. So first we will be configuring the tag. So before that, I am giving the name for this tag. let's say button click, right? Again, tag configuration, under that I am creating as an event configuration. So I am choosing the configuration tag over here. So if you know the configuration tag, you can choose directly, or else you can set manually. So if you give set manually, the manual id is what something we need to get from Google Analytics, right? If you load Google Analytics, there you can take it. Okay, now I am choosing it as all pages, so which I have already created that one. And then here in the event name, right? So here I am going to use registered users, right? Event users. So now, right? So here I am using, I have created a name called registered user, right? So here you can see this is an custom event. Why? Because we have customized this name. This name is not recommended by Google, this name is not recommended by, or it is not an automatic event, right? So I have created as a custom event, right? So now I have given the event name. For this event I am giving the triggering condition. Right now the triggering condition is what we are supposed to give. We are going to choose a trigger type as click, right? So click is the type we are going to choose, because how we are going to capture, whenever the user is clicking this register online button, we are going to trigger it, right? So for that we need a click type. So I am taking all elements, right? Again, here instead of all click, see, all click in the sense if the user is coming to the page and then clicking, that also it will take, right? So we need to capture the clicking in the register button. So we need to choose some clicks. If you choose some clicks, so here you can see the variable for configuration. So what we are going to choose, we are going to choose the click id, right? So now click id is equals to, right, is equal to btn1, because this is the id I have given in the code, right? So here you can see id is equal to btn1. So whatever the value you are giving here, based on that the condition will be checked, right? So now whenever that button is clicked, right, so this tag will be triggered. Okay, now we will see saving this btn1 click. So this is the trigger name I am giving, so this is for our reference. Okay, so once you have configured, just save the tag configuration also. Okay, now we will see the preview of the event that we have created. I am giving preview. So in preview, just I am loading the page. Now my page has been loaded, right? My page has been loaded. So now what I am going to do, I am going to click this register online button, right? Just minimize, I will minimize the page. Now I am going to click this register. See here, the home page has been loaded, right? The home page has been loaded here. Okay, now if I click register online, so here you can see the registration form page also loaded. Okay, form page also loaded. Again, here you can see now my registration form has been loaded. Now I have clicked the button 1, right? So here we will come and see whether the tag has been fired. See here, the button click tag has been fired. So we will see here in the registration form, the button click uh, the button click is not here in the home page, right? Is the button is there. So whenever we are clicking, right, whenever we are clicking, see here, whenever I am clicking, this tag has been fired. Okay, so here we will see the firing condition also. Here you can see button 1 equals to button 1, this condition becomes true, so the tag has been fired, right? So now we have created an event for the button click. Now we have assumed that whenever the user clicking the register online button, right, so we are assuming that the user has been registered user, right? So now we will see in Google Analytics. So now I am going to Google Analytics. So in Google Analytics, we will see the same event has been loaded there or not. So where we will be seeing the loaded event. So all the loaded event, uh, all the loaded event, it will be seen in the debug view. Okay, all the loaded events, it will be seen in the debug view. So whenever you are, if you want to see the instant result, we will be seeing the loaded view. So here we will be seeing the event, that whatever it is triggered there, no, so the event, it will come here, right? The event, it will come here. Again, once the event is come here, it will take 24 hours or 24 to 48 hours to load inside the reports. Now we will see in the reports. Now see, in the reports we have different types, right? Different types of reports here. Under this, you can see engagement. In engagement, you can see the events, right? So now, if you want to see the event report, you click the event report. So the already triggered event will come here. Okay. Now the new event which we have created, no, it won't come here. We see here the button click event is not here. Why? Because it will take 24 to 48 hours to update here. So once it has been updated here, right? Once it has been updated here, what you can do, we can make the event as a conversion rate, right? So now these are all the events has been updated. Now we need to make that event created as a conversion. So how to do that? So we need to go to admin. If you click admin, right, so here you can see something called events, right? Events, again conversions. So now what we are going to do, we are going to make that event as a conversion, right? So click that event. So here these are all the events, right? Here you can see these are all the events. So activity, all page, button one, button click, right? So these are all the events, right? So here you can see a toggle button, make as conversion, right? So if you make this as a conversion, right? So if you enable this button, then that particular event will be enabled as a conversion, right? So here you can see already this is an conversion rate, right? Conversion rate. Here you can see the person, let's say this page view, I have already created an event called page view. In that, my percentage of conversion is 77 percentage. See, totally 35 times this event has been triggered, right? So this is 77 percentage, which means 77 percentage of my users are met this event condition trigger. So whenever we are, you can convert this as a conversion rate, you can see, right? So after this, right, again, see here in this option itself, you can see conversion, the next option. If you click that, so if whatever it is enabled here, here in the conversions, it will come here. Okay, it will come in the conversions, and then here you can see the count as well as the percentage. Okay, so likewise you can make an event as an conversion, right? Again, instead of going there and then making it as a conversion, now let's see in the other way. Now let's say this first visit, you want to make this first visit event as a conversion. See here, I have not enabled that one, right? I have not enabled that one. I have not enabled as a conversion, right? So now if you go to conversions, here you can see new conversion event. You click that, and then here we need to give the same name, right? So I have just copied the name and then I have given, right? So here you can see the first visit has been made as a conversion. Again, here if you come and see the same event, if it is there, see here the first visit, automatically the toggle button has been enabled. So these two ways you can make that event as an conversion event, right? So by that we can able to know whether the conversion rate is met or not, right? So the main part of event creation is making that event as an conversion. So by making that as an event as an conversion, we come to know that these many users are coming to the web page, but these many users only doing that, right? So based on the need of the website, you can make the event as a conversion that will be linked with the goal, right? So this is all about today's video. Thank you.